If you're in any form of pain, perhaps it's a lot of stress, or maybe you're grieving, or in physical pain, do you fight it? I hope you understand that that is a completely human, normal response to the pain. One of the things that I experienced when I was going through the years with surgeries 4, 5, and 6 on my left knee, when I did a lot of fighting, I learned that it was not only important to, but I learned how to trade the fight for flow. After surgery number 7 in 2019, which was a partial revision of the total knee replacement some years before, I was back to fighting. The knee has been left in a state of trauma, and I get dozens of times a day instant blasts of acute pain. And there's a time when I caught myself saying a few years ago that in every breath, I'm fighting to survive and thrive. And so I went back to work and strengthened something called Plan to Be Your Best as You Navigate Pain. It's an approach to taking that journey with pain and transforming it into a journey of resilience. One of the reasons why I'll share with you the 3 steps of resilience is because it addresses a common challenge people have with pain. Have you ever noticed how whatever form of pain you're experiencing, it hijacks your focus, saps your energy, and frustrates your hope? Here's one way in which I view pain. It comes into the picture and whip ups this storm, this tempest of thought, emotions, and perhaps what else would you add to that, in a way that it's spinning so fast that we're trapped in it. And in that storm, one of the hard things to do is to break free from it. One of the questions I'm asked perhaps more often than anything else is, how do I take my mind off of the pain and put it on something more positive? The 3 steps of resilience helps to do just that, to regain focus, to spark new positive energy and hope for moving forward. Here's how it works. Tune in, plan, and be your best. As an example, I was driving in the car to see a client, and I had a very intense blast of pain. It always takes my breath away, and it takes my thoughts seemingly out of control completely. Once I remembered to breathe again, I tuned in and thought about, what do I need in this moment? And even just by virtue of doing that one step, I'm then flexing that intentionality muscle. That is a step of regaining my own focus. And then what to do with that? The more we actually take time to both understand our needs, validate what's being experienced, then we're better able to move forward into the next step, to plan. And this is all about making choices, thinking about options, thinking about what's going to help in this moment right now. Perhaps you have some go-to items of your own. I call this a resilience toolkit. My resilience toolkit includes over 24 go-to items that I can call on and take advantage of because I know that they're proven. So in this step of planning, perhaps thinking of something that has worked before or thinking of something new, I choose something, and then in Be Your Best, I act on it. One of the things that I can always rely on is to choose an attitude of gratitude. And in this particular time, in that moment in the car, I thought, I'm thankful even for the scars, all 13 of them, because without them, I wouldn't know the man that I am. I wouldn't know the heart that I have. It occurred to me that pain happens in the moment, but so does resilience. Og Mandino, the author, once wrote something like, always seek out a seed of triumph in every adversity. You'll hear me often say, come as you are, leave stronger, because I know your best is greater than the pain.